Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
So back to you guys. You guys have ascended to the second floor. You make it to apartment 2B.
Now then.
Who had the keys?
Bob.
Now what's up?
You didn't both get a key?
No, there was one key.
I do not have a key.
Then I guess I took the key.
Tell you what, let's make this interesting. Each of you roll 1d10. Whoever has the highest roll has the key.
Oh, shit.
You're up to 3.
5!
I got a 9.
Do you want to try and pickpocket the key? Is Byrick invested enough to
No,
do that?
absolutely not.
Okay. So, you tell me, were you given the key or did you pickpocket it from him because you didn't trust him?
I probably took it. Yeah, I don't want to.
I probably didn't. I was too high to fucking even notice.
What?
What?
So yeah, I'll put the key on.
Okay, obviously it turns, unlocks, the door swings open. The apartment, first of all, is very clearly disheveled. That's the first thing that greets you. Each apartment appears to be 2 stories. Again, pretty swanky. With a bedroom on the upper floor.
Is it loft style or?
Loft style, like a flat.
Well, like the second story has an openness to where you don't have an actual wall blocking it off into a room.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a bedroom up at the top. There you have a living room and sort of like a drawing room or some other room towards the back with your amenities. Your what amenities do they have in the fort? Is a sink.
Well, I mean,
Running water?
the icebox.
A gas stove?
I don't think they had like washer and dryer.
That icebox is like, but that's like the fridge.
Okay, running water is fantastic.
So as I said, the apartment is completely disheveled. The only thing that's still standing is a coat rack with what appears to be a very nice suit jacket hanging upon it. There's an end table in the middle of the living room that has not been completely flipped open, upon which seems to rest a very fine white leather book with sort of a gilded imprint.
Dear diary. I'm going to go up to the suit jacket and I'm going to look at the pockets both on the outside and like if there's any coat pockets on the inside.
Absolutely. So it looks like anything of value has been taken. You don't find a wallet or anything. You do, however, find a set of car keys.
What kind of car?
And that.
Yeah,
You're gonna look at the book.
Okay. As you open the book, it appears to be a guest book of some sort. The guest book is dated Saturday, July 15th. And it has just the names of several people. And I would like you to roll intelligence politics for me, please.
You can do that, right?
Yeah.
You actually took that, I think.
Yep. 6.
30.
1, 2, 3 successes.
You recognize the names of several Tory on the list that you know. Selena Vega, Maria, Sam. There are several of them.
Remember Sam.
Sam. He's gonna get hit with a Sam.
I'll tuck it behind my shirt and keep on to it. I'll look through it later.
No, I was talking about the missile.
What day did you say today was? Today was, I don't know, it's a Friday.
August 4th,
August 4th, okay.
1944.
Okay.
So it was like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago.
Give or take. And so you have a bedroom up at the top, and you have the trail of destruction continues on to the back room.
I will go investigate the back room.
Yeah.
What did you just looked at the top of the end table?
Yeah. No, I just looked at the book on the end table.
Okay.
I noticed a couple of the names, so I put it.
As you enter the back room, you can see that this appears to be set up as like an artist studio of some sort. There is a desk covered in fucking papers. There is like an artist easel, tons of paints off to one side. The paint appears to have been spilled as somebody was rummaging through the shelves, and there are boot prints in this royal blue paint that sort of lead out of the room, and they sort of just fade to just the barest scratches as they enter the living room, which would probably continue if not for being obfuscated by piles of clutter on the ground.
It all makes sense. He's the one
What
that painted
size
it.
are the boots?
What size are the boots?
Male or female? Is it limp?
Why don't you give me a intelligence survival?
Because I can do investigation.
Okay, then do that.
It all makes sense. So he, who painted the gates of heaven?
I get 3 7s and a 1, so 2 successes.
2 successes. They appear to be a male's boot, probably between sizes of 9 to 11.
No limp. Pretty healthy legs.
You can't tell with 2 successes.
Some assassin.
It's not sand, I can't tell.
How wet is the paint?
I mean, obviously this occurred a long time ago, so the paint is dry and dried into the brand new carpet.
That's awful. Your artists are very messy.
You went into the room following him?
No, I'm still not.
There's no way in hell it would happen this soon, but just for sake of expedience, what do you know, elevator stalled for a little while. At this point you hear Murphy Fierro come stomping up to the door, bitching in some sort of racist epithet.
We arrived?
You arrive.
Alright.
I'm gonna go upstairs and look at the bedroom.
Okay.
It's very nice.
That bellhop thought he was fucking better than me.
Well,
Kept saying it was
how
a
much
hotel.
money do you have? How much money do you have in your pocket?
Do you just stop and turn on the stairs as you hear Murphy come through?
Yeah,
Apparently not enough. Why?
because I bet that kid's got more money than you, so that makes him better than you.
Well, fuck that.
Aren't you supposed to be communist?
I'm gonna slap him on the way out. In any case, what'd you guys find?
Book of Toreador names for a meeting.
They're
or
not
something.
all, they don't appear to all be Toreador, but I mean, you
The
can't
ones-
keep track of them
yeah.
coming and going. You do recognize that there are Toreador on the list.
Name list of vampires.
As I tap my hand and said, oh yeah, I forgot. Pull a gun out of my ass crack.
Catch!
Catch!
Is it the Tom gun or the other gun?
He's not gonna give you a fucking Tommy.
I gave you a revolver.
Yeah.
That would be presumptuous.
As you clutch the revolver, for a split second, you can see this agonized female face in your mind's eye, and you just sort of zone for a second and then blink and come back in.
Okay. That might.
You alright, buddy? You
I don't know. That was strange.
You had a look of dread upon your face, like you saw a ghost.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What part of this apartment looks the most like the most commotion happened?
The most commotion? So far, the living room. Depending on your definition of commotion, you can clearly see that the drawing room is a catastrophe. But the living room just had the most stuff to fuck up.
What's in the drawing room?
As you enter the drawing room, again, it appears to have been set up as an artist studio. There's a desk to one side, covered in paperwork. There is an artist easel with a half-finished painting on it, spilled paint and just scattered brushes, and drawers pulled out, their contents thrown hither, tither, and fro.
Investigation to figure out what they were looking for, or do I have to be more exact than that?
Can I find out where the footprints lead to?
Just gonna.
The footprints appear to be heading back out the door. They appear to originate in the drawing room, and then head straight for the door. Yeah, roll investigation. It's not going to be super high. Let's call this a diff 5.
Investigation what?
Intelligence. Or perception if you want. Let's call it perception.
I'll take that.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
That's at least 6 here.
6 successes, excellent. So, you've done a number of cases like this.
Never completely.
Anything sort of portable that you think one person could carry out, like small knickknacks or perhaps jewelry, seems to be missing. The wallet is gone from the coat. Now, there are some things that catch your eye. There's a very expensive radio against one wall. There's several first edition books on a bookcase. There's some original art prints that are still on the walls. So with 6 successes, that tells you whoever did this, obviously it might have been a crime of desperation, perhaps. They were trying to grab shit to easily... Yeah, it's nothing that really required offense.
You know what you could do? Cut out the carpet, take the blueprint
That's
with
what
you.
I was thinking about doing.
That's true.
While they're doing that, I'm sort of grabbing the shells on the end table, turning them out and seeing if there's anything in there and seeing if there's anything inside of the end table.
Any more drawers?
A bunch of knickknacks and stuff.
Nothing important looking.
Nothing important looking. What are you doing in the drawing room, Byron?
I am still trying to figure out how my power works.
Like,
So much power. How does it work?
Guys, this looks like a very disorganized heist.
Are you gonna go upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get upstairs, you enter the very opulent-looking bedroom. Again, completely disheveled. This is actually the room that looks the worst off. Just torn through personal belongings. Very fine suits, just very fine silk designer suits thrown against the floor in piles. Little knickknacks and stuff missing.
Are they my size?
That was one of my questions.
Now,
Hang on. The windows are all completely covered. I mean, standard
Like
vampire fare. However, the coverings for one have been completely torn away. And on the bed, a very fine bed draped in Egyptian cotton and down comforters, there's a pile of ash with a stake through the chest. And the stake is still stuck there.
Looks like this guy was well done.
Yeah, do the thing with your glasses, you friggin' amateur.
you do it in post.
I already had them off.
You can do it in
You should have
post.
done that. You son of a bitch.
Do it in post. Just be like, boop.
So, I'm gonna scoop up a little bit of ash into the cup, and then I'm gonna go grab one of the brushes from downstairs, and I'm gonna try to see if I can paint them. Then say something.
I have no reason to go up there yet.
So I'm gonna grab a paintbrush and I'm gonna start trying to dust for prints.
You're gonna dust for prints with the guy's own ashes.
Yes, I am.
That is stupid.
Why is it stupid? You need the dust to do it. You need the dust to fall into the oil to actually bring out the print.
I think there's a special kind of death. I don't know if ash can actually.
graphite that you have to
Yeah.
use.
Are vampires made out of graphite?
He does have. I'm sure he's got pencils. So it's just-
I'm gonna say it probably isn't gonna work. You just smear ash on a bunch of shit and contaminate the evidence real bad.
you son of-
Who's with me right now in the living room?
I'm in the drawing room.
I'm in the living room. You'd see me.
I'm walking downstairs and gonna brush.
Seems like this was a kind of a desperate act here, very disorganized. They weren't looking for anything particular other than valuables to steal.
Well, except for the pile of dust upstairs that
Well,
Dust?
got a stake through it.
The dust.
you run into someone that you don't like, and you're gonna fucking
Nobody
fuck 'em up.
comes into a house to steal stuff with a stake to kill a vampire.
You've been using.
Unless they,
You don't know how to break into houses. You don't.
unless they know what they
So-
were coming, or who they were coming to rob.
They knew.
You just stake somebody, it's just like, haha, and then you see they're just paralyzed and not bleeding, like,
Look,
what the fuck?
I'm
think of
not-
it this way: we're here investigating Sebastian's subordinate. Who in this city would more than likely fuck up one of Sebastian's subordinates? But the Anarchs and other people that we are actually working with. We may have been able to ask a few more questions when we were at the little place. I'm sorry, the fucking diner, whatever the fuck. Where that bitch slapped me, and our good friend over here gave me a trouncing.
Excuse me, did you say steak?
Yes.
Where is it?
The wooden stake, it's upstairs.
I'm gonna go to the steak.
Okay.
I too will investigate this stick.
It looks like they got in through the window.
I don't know how big it is. Like the way I imagined, somebody just like took a 3-foot pole and
At some point, I probably would have pulled out my pocketbook and copied this. I'm like, detective, something for you to investigate.
Absolutely.
Hey.
As I'm heading upstairs as well.
You can do this. We'll go take a nap.
Okay. You guys ascend to the bedroom.
Hey, do you have a fingerprinting kit on you?
A fucking what?
You got a dust for fingerprints.
Fingerprinted?
A fingerprinting kit? Do I have one?
Judging by your police record, I'm inclined to say not a fucking chance, but you are a detective.
I would throw it. I would throw it to the dice.
Who took
Okay.
Because, like, honestly,
Check it
I
out, check
probably
it out.
wouldn't give 2 fucks.
Call of Cthulhu rules. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna set the difficulty or the chance.
Okay.
You roll under me. You have a fingerprinting case.
Okay.
Roll a 1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Roll it. Roll it, fucker.
10.
Whoa!
It's 100.
No.
No, that's like
No, it's,
that's 100
Or you're single digits.
197? No, wait.
You
That's
got
7.
That's 7.
That's 7. Fuck.
You got a fingerprint case.
Did you roll a 1 or something?
I rolled a 70.
Okay, so you rolled super
Yeah,
high.
you rolled the opposite.
Sorry. I didn't think about the number.
So you're just like, oh yeah, I do have one. I do comp work sometimes.
You know how to use one of these.
I tried to snort the power
No,
once.
but if you want to go upstairs with me, maybe we can dust around the window where they probably got in.
Alright, cool. Let me take a look at this shit. Seems like everybody had an appointment. We should probably go check this address out later.
You mean?
So as I'm heading upstairs, I'm assuming I see all the fine suits and everything like that. I'm
It's
gonna
enough
do
to
the
wound you.
Yeah, you sure
I'm gonna
probably-
do the American Psycho thing, and I'm gonna like try to see like the designer on the inside of the label and everything like that. Just to see if this is actually more expensive than the stuff that I bought. Because if not, I'm
Not
gonna have to
remotely.
change
This is like the uniform of a poser.
that. No.
That like it's designer, but like knockoff designer.
Hmm.
It's like Pradi,
Pradi and
Or-
Gucci.
Armano.
Again, do they fit me?
Yeah, they look good. What are you gonna do with the steak?
I am going to use another one of my powers. Or absorption.
Okay, what does that do? You have cool stuff.
Yeah. The player must make a perception plus empathy roll. The difficulty is determined by the storyteller based on the age of the impression and the mental and spiritual strength of the person who left them. The number of successes determine the amount of information gained, both in terms of images of the scene when the object was being held or touched, and the nature of the person who was holding the object. One scene type, image, and one aspect of the person's identity, nature, demeanor, aura, name, sex, or age. Becomes clear for each success the player garners.
Okay, I'm gonna have to like pull this up on my Chromebook because that's a lot of information to process.
Better than a fucking fingerprint reader.
Yeah.
It's like, you're the detective vampire stuff.
Well, can vampires even leave fingerprints?
You can. I actually, yes, this was in my storyteller's handbook. You, they don't have the body oils to leave it, but their fingers still have the whorls.
Yeah.
So if you touch something greasy or something sweaty or something dirty,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if someone else tries to use a similar power after I do this, they can't. They have much harder time doing it with every success I make.
I don't think anyone's gonna be using that power anytime soon. It'd be interesting if they did.
Number of successes gain, the amount of information gained, both in terms of... Okay, so this is 2 weeks, right? Let's see. Since you're trying to absorb the aura of something that's 2 weeks old, I'm going to call this a difficulty 8.
Good lord.
Like higher difficulty would be like years.
Okay.
You know what? Let's split the difference and call it a 7 then. Let it not be said that I don't try to be a reasonable storyteller. I can be negotiated with.
You turn your head. I can't see behind me. There you go. You turn your head.